I wrote a book called Beyond Smoke and Mirrors, Climate and Energy in the 21st Century. It's an absolutely terrific book. It's aimed at the general public. There's another companion book if you're more of a techie, and it's David McKay's. I think that's called Renewable Energy Without the Hot Air. This book hit the bookstores in 2010, in the spring of 2010. I actually finished it in spring of 2009, and then you go through all the production stuff. It's pitched at the climate change issue. So I talk about what we know, how we know it, what the uncertainties are, what we can do about it, policy alternatives. As time passed, I've come to the conclusion that that's too narrow a focus. And I have a new shtick, a new way I want to present this, which I have been calling energy in 3 dimensions. If you look at anything as big as the energy system in a country like the United States, it's not just climate, it's our economy, our national security, and our environment, and environment in a sense that's broader than just climate change. Example, we just went and raised the mileage standards on cars. So we doubled them. Now suppose I could wave my magic wand and say, okay, they're all going to be doubled now, what would happen? If they were doubled now, then our imports of oil would go down by 6 million barrels a day. 6 million barrels a day costs us $500 million a day, costs the country $200 billion a year. If we did that, we would wipe out half of our balance of payments deficit. We would also do wonderful things for the economy. We would do wonderful things for national security because we wouldn't be quite so dependent on the Middle East. And we would do a lot for emissions. So energy in 3 dimensions: economy, national security, and environment. Suppose you wanted to convert all the coal-fired power plants to natural gas. Well, if I did that, I would reduce our CO2 emissions by 25% at the snap of a finger. And I would do something else. I would cut smog drastically. I would cut bronchitis. I would cut hospital admissions for breathing things. That's an environmental issue broader than just the climate change one. Looking at this as energy in 3 dimensions, I believe that you can pick up a lot more allies in Washington and in the country for what you're doing than if you just focus solely on climate change. Suppose you're a skeptic about climate change, and I told you, well, forget climate change. The EPA rules on gas mileage are going to save the country $200 billion a year. Wouldn't you be excited about that? So I think that, let me call it, all of us involved in concerns about climate and the environment had better start thinking more broadly about the energy system in the United States and how to get more allies. And by the way, the same thing applies around the world. If you go to China now, China's in a frantic race to build nuclear power plants. They're going to add 80 gigawatts of nuclear power plants in the next 10 or 15 years. Why? Well, they're already importing coal. They don't want to pay that money for importing coal. They have huge pollution problems. They like to clean it up. They have more reasons to go away from big emitters like coal than just the change in the global average temperature that will happen 100 years from now. So think wider, and if I was rewriting the book, I would start off the introduction talking about energy in 3 dimensions.